scoot this out.
It's okay, I can tip. I gotta close the blind though.
Yeah, it's bright back there behind you. It's like it's calling you to come. It's time for you to come home. We're in this road together. Hello, everyone. No guests tonight, so it's just Patty and I chit-chatting away.
What's up?
What's up, my nigga? Oops, I said that on.
It is Tuesday, July 8th. Can you believe it's July? Oh my gosh.
Right there, too, in the banner. I made it. Right?
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, if you wanted to really know.
I needed to make sure none of my friends were looking for me. If you don't mind.
They can find you right here. They can see your lovely face.
I have different friends, too.
Like what?
I can't say.
Different friends.
Yeah. Not all of my friends tune into the show.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's got those kind of friends, too. Hello, everyone. It's been a couple weeks since we've been on. Last week we did not have a guest, and so we took the holiday week off. And tonight we have no guest, which I have no show. But we thought we would just come on just for a little while. We're not going to stay on the full hour. Just to catch you up with some of the exciting things that's going on with us and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go on then.
This weekend, Patty and I will be up at the Bell Mansion in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I just shared Angie's post a few minutes ago on my personal page. Definitely the website's in the post to get you a ticket to come if you're available this weekend. That is on the 12th, okay? It starts at 6 p.m. We're going to go till, I think, 3 or 4, but usually you don't go that long. And we're going to have a blast. So join us, and it'll be fun. I'm going to put that in here in the chat, too.
Yeah, if you've never been to the Bell Mansion, it is so pretty. I think it's got a lot of great architecture. And I saw another event they're having. They're doing like a Bridgerton ball, like a Bridgerton.
That would be that Amber. She loves those things.
Oh, man.
Maybe we should go to that. When is that?
I don't remember.
Well, we'll talk about it when we're there with them.
Yeah.
That means I can give me a cool, like, suit.
Yeah.
Like Bridgerton.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that show. And I've been thinking about reading the books, but I haven't gotten any of them yet.
Well, speaking of those shows, I'm into the Gilded Age.
Gilded Age.
Gilded Age, sorry.
Yes.
Because I say that, I stopped like that didn't sound right. Gilded Age, which is really good, thanks to this one. And she's also re-watching Downton Abbey. Downton, sorry. There I go, screwing shit up again.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him, like, culture and class.
Just give me here's what I want out of it. Their house, their money, and their clothes. I love that time frame's suits.
Yes.
I do. That time frame is probably where I feel like I should be. But my favorite pastime where I need to be is I need to be a cowboy first.
Yeah.
In all black.
I don't. I feel like that is too rough of a life.
That's the life I like because that's me rough on the edges.
No, I want the Downton Abbey or Gilded Age, the nice home.
Mm-hmm. You know they didn't have air conditioning back then, though?
I do know. Yes.
So could you imagine being in all that big stuff and burning up?
That would be awful. But think about this, and I learned this when I toured the Cannonball House down in Macon, Georgia, a couple weekends ago.
What did you learn?
Because I kind of said the same thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at these dresses, all these layers, and we're in Georgia. And
you felt how it was then. So thinking how it was back then on the same day.
Right, but at the same time, the point that this tour guide made was
They didn't wear drawers.
not that.
No.
That back in those days, the roads were not paved. There was no asphalt, bringing in the extra heat. What's up, Dan and Alyssa?
Yes, they're going to be on next week, actually.
Yeah. And so, even though we know that I work for the asphalt industry, and therefore asphalt is great and we love it,
We love it.
Yes. It does add to, it does create a heat sink.
Yeah.
Strictly because of the color. Black draws the sun, draws the heat in. So back in the olden days, when it was just dirt roads, it would have been a little cooler, perhaps.
It could have been because there was just dirt, and they had brick. Depends on the time frame.
Yes.
Like those cities, they probably would have had, of course, the brick.
And of course, it wasn't so built up, so there was
probably... No, and do you think that that's why it was a little cooler too? Think of this. Those were like red brick, right? So red brick...
Well, or I think they were like white, painted wood or whatever.
White. Yeah, true. Yes, but Alyssa and Dan are up here. They're walking. Good for them. We need to be walking. Welcome, guys. They're Perceived Paranormal, and they will actually be our guests next week on the show. So, guys, tune in. We'll learn a little bit about them and what they do. That's going to be fun and exciting. So chime in July 15th. That's next week.
Yep.
And you guys we'll have another fantastic show with some awesome guests. And we've met new people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's going to be fun and exciting. And she said very excited. Yes, we're very excited to have you guys.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you guys are free this weekend, we will be in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the Bell Mansion. We investigated there once before, and it was it's a beautiful place. I was telling my mom about it today on the phone, and I told her I want to take some pictures, show her the pocket doors and the stained glass going up the main staircase. Oh yeah. It's gorgeous, and I hated to see them sell it, but I heard that this is, I think, the last year for paranormal investigations there.
That's what they're thinking.
Yeah, so we're doing this weekend, and we're doing August 9th. We were asked to do 2 nights, and we didn't approach. They reached out to us and asked for us to come out. So I'm honored and blessed to, be some of the people that they chose to do these things through the rest of the time that they have it.
Yeah.
And because I think starting January, that gets handed over. So, just like Patty said about their other event, Bridgerton, you may want to check that out. That sounds fun and classy, don't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing a whole bunch of different events, but that one definitely caught my eye.
Yeah, and I think Amber she does like all of we met her when we were there. Mm-hmm. She does all of the coordinating things with like the wedding venues, because it's a beautiful place. They have weddings. They have wedding receptions there. I think who knows who rents it? They probably rent it out for those kind of events. So
right, yeah.
But it would be to me. I think it would be really cool because nobody knows. But I think it'd be a really cool bed and breakfast.
You cannot talk today.
I can't. Well, I've talked all day today for work, so.
And that's different from every other day. How?
Yeah. Roger, what's up? UAPPS is in the house.
What up?
What up, man? Hope you're doing good, buddy.
Roger should come out to the Bell Mansion because we haven't seen him in forever.
It's been a long time since I've seen Roger.
Yeah.
He came to our event we did at that one place. I'm not going to say the name because it's not going to be said on my podcast.
That's right. But I do still have your book, Roger, by the way.
One. I have known One for years. You're back on live again. Yes, and I hope you're doing well. You came into my TikTok live today, and prayers to you for what you're going through. And Roger, what?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we need to meet up somewhere. Yes, we do. Did you read it? Oh,
yeah, I read it right away.
yes.
And
Yes.
very quickly, because apparently Roger and I have the same disgusting fascination with killers, and so he loaned me this terrible, very quick read about Pee Wee Gaskins, and
Was he a bad guy?
oh, he was horrendous.
Tell me some stuff he did.
I mean, he committed
Absolutely,
a lot of
lady.
he committed a lot of sexual crimes, murder, some involving underage people. Like, it was just awful.
He was a terrible guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you know what, though? I hate that for, those type of people and what they did to people, but those stories are fascinating.
Yeah.
He said woohoo, and he said a very bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, the clown. What's his name?
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. Terrible.
Right.
Ted Bundy.
Yep.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
The list goes on.
Yeah, Charles Manson, the guy that supposedly never touched one person in his life, never hurt a hair on anybody's body, but had the power to brainwash multiple people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And to be on the east side of the states, to have a group of people that he never met kill Sharon Tate.
Well, he was out there back then.
He started it, building it up when he was out there, over this way. And it's just, I wonder what goes on in someone's brain to really have to kill somebody. And then when they do it, the first time, it's like an addiction. Like, we all have addictions. Patty's got an addiction with yarn. Okay. That's not a bad addiction, right, to you?
Oh, no.
So, to someone like that, a serial killer, they're like, no, that's not, because they like to see people get tortured.
Right. I'm sure it gives them an adrenaline rush. It gives them this disgusting high.
Oh, yes. And like this guy, this one was he was terrible too.
Right.
He never touched nobody. He brainwashed all of those people because he used somebody higher up than him.
Mm-hmm.
And in his mind, I'm just thinking about this, I don't know, but in his mind, he's probably thinking everybody at that time that came to church believed in God, and people trust the people that's preaching the gospel, right? They're a messenger of God. So why not follow that guy or gal, whatever they say to do?
Right.
They're going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, if he says this is good.
Yeah. So to pack your family up and move to an island for a guy?
People are messed up, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it, but it happens daily.
Well, you moved in here.
Yeah. And I haven't drank the Kool-Aid yet.
It's coming. It's coming.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about that, because, when I met Patty, and I think I was just coming over for dinner. I wasn't living here. And she had on true crime shows.
Oh, all the time.
And do you remember when I came in the kitchen and I'm like, we're going to watch this as we're eating?
I don't remember.
I remember that night. And you're like, oh, yeah.
Here, eat up.
Yeah.
eat up,
And
enjoy.
I knew then that we were bit, because I'm looking in there, like, what is she putting in the, on my plate?
He's
Razor
going,
blades in my steak. You never know.
he's like, what does arsenic taste like? Don't worry, just eat it.
Yeah. Oh, what's that on my napkin? Chlorophyll?
Chloroform.
Yeah. I can't talk today for nothing.
He can't.
I'm sorry, guys.
Well,
I've had a rough day because I will be honest. I told my TikTok live, guys, I'm big in TikTok. If you guys have TikTok, if you don't mind going over and following me. I woke up this morning. I think I slept wrong, but I woke up this morning like an attachment on me. And since we are all things creepy, I'm going to share this.
Go ahead.
It felt like an energy was inside me today. I was grumpy. I didn't want to talk to nobody, but of course I had to answer my phone for work. I came close to just calling and saying, I'm just going to go and cover myself up in the blanket. I took 2 showers today. I had to go to a place, came back. It felt terrible. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go stop there. Then I'm going to go to I craved Dairy Queen for lunch. So that's what I had.
I am just hearing about this. Did you have a blizzard?
No, I had no ice cream. I only had the chicken tenders, gravy, French fries, and the toast.
All right, you can have all that.
Yeah, and honey mustard. So I had that, and I come home, and on the way home, I just felt terrible. And I'm like, okay, because we have a lot of energy here in the house, like we share all the time on this show. And so anyways, I decided to take another shower. So this time I did sea salt. And I even threw the clothes that I had in the hamper. I wanted all that energy away. So then I started feeling better. I'm like, wow, okay. Sea salt helped. So was it some kind of energy I picked up? We all pick it up, but the strong ones that are sort of like an empath, medium, psychic, we pick it up stronger. Being close like this, I can, if I didn't know Patty and I'm just walking down the road with her this close, I would probably feel her energy and know she's not doing something right.
And fall straight in love all over again.
Probably. What does Roger say? Eat a banana. It helps to produce serotonin and feel good chemicals in your brain. Really?
Duchess agreed.
I like bananas. Hello there, young lady.
Hope you're doing well.
Yes. Far, far away from us.
I know.
Yeah.
And have you seen some of her piano playing videos?
Yes, very talented and
talent.
Teaching those kids. That takes a lot, just teaching a kid.
True.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Feel good. That's what I was supposed to say.
Yeah. Well, I just threw out the last 2 bananas because they were that dark brown.
And I usually buy, I don't know why, but I always buy too many bananas because she may eat 1 out of the bunch. And then I may eat 3, but I always buy like the big thing. And I've seen people like take the bunch and then rip off more. And I didn't know you could do that.
Sure you can.
Why? Well, then there's going to be, so there's going to be 1 banana sitting there. Who's going to want 1 banana?
Maybe someone like me.
Somebody that probably goes in and buys a box of Frosted Flakes and says, I just need 1 banana. Who does not eat banana on their Frosted Flakes?
Me. I don't.
I love it. Well, hello, Crystal. How are you?
Hey. You know me. I don't like to mix fruit with foods. Fruit should be eaten all alone.
Patty's the same way. We're all the same. See, we all have the ability.
Yep.
And Patty will tell you, okay, let's say that we're all walking down the road and somebody walked past us, okay? And we walked into, I'm going to hate to say this, but a bookstore.
My favorite places.
She'll turn and say, come over here. She'll tell all of us in the group, do you know that guy? And she'll look out the window. It's that one. He's been following us several times, and follow your gut. He's terrible.
Not a good guy.
Not a good guy. And back in the day, I would be like, oh, you can't talk about people like that. And I did, didn't I?
You did. And then something would happen that would bite you straight in the ass. And I could say, I told you so.
Yeah.
Now, will you please listen? So.
And now I'm the same way.
You leaving me?
And truthfully, Nothing against anybody listening to me or seeing our faces. I'd rather deal with the dead during paranormal investigations than anybody out there. I feel like I'm doing something illegal when I take it. See? I'm not doing that.
And I'm like, no, I'm going to pay for it. So I'm getting what I want.
No. So here's the thing, Roger. 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to meet her to go to Savannah, Georgia, which you guys probably saw all my posts. Terrible. So Thursday, I went to the store to get some things for our daughter because she was coming up to watch our cats. And she was going to do her laundry and all this stuff, okay? And I know she eats bananas. Because we've always had bananas since they were growing up. We've always had bananas downstairs.
Yeah, the kids and I like to make toast with peanut butter,
and then
slice up banana and then sprinkle a cinnamon.
So I'm in the store and I'm like, that sounds good. I'll have one of those in the morning. I like just the banana. Mm-hmm. Well, this woman walks up and she's, you know how they got bananas at K. Roger. They got the real bananas and the real bananas, but people want to say organic. What's the difference? It's a banana, right? She's over in the organic, and you can tell she's a healthy person because I looked in her cart, and I want to judge people by looking in their cart to see what they got. Because I just started, because when you walk into our Kroger, that's where you begin, right there.
Yes.
And she takes like this big old thing and just rips off 4. And I'm looking and I'm like, there's 4 right there.
They were not her desired ripeness.
I don't get that.
I do.
I don't. And then just leave 2. I'm like, really? I would feel terrible doing that. And then I actually told a guy that was over by the tomatoes, because the tomatoes are right behind that. I was like, I didn't know you could just tear off what you wanted.
No one wants to chit chat with you in the grocery store.
Yes, they do. He did. He talked my ear off.
No.
Yeah, he did. And then, something else as we're speaking about food. Patty and I stopped eating sliced bread. Because why?
Because it goes bad before we can eat it.
Yep.
And we did discover that like a fresh, Italian loaf is so much better. Oh, yeah. See?
Okay, so hold on. Let's hold that thought while you're talking about. My son, I would take him to school or work in the morning when he got out of high school, or in the summertime, taking him to work to his uncle's. And I'm not a big peanut butter person. I like it a little bit. Gets in my car and it just smells like peanut butter. Look over. The toast is that thick, right? His peanut butter is that thick. And then the banana. And he's a type like this one. Don't talk to me in the morning until I get all my adjustments. Okay. Yes. So, yeah. So now back to your story.
I don't remember. We just decided fresh bread tasted better.
Yeah. So we buy loaves of the big thing of bread and just cut it for sandwiches because we don't really eat a lot of it. And if we do want to get a toast, maybe I can do that. If that woman can tear off bananas, maybe I can get a loaf of bread, guys, and just go over to the fruit section where you take that bag and just open up a loaf of bread and just grab a couple handfuls of bread and put in it and tie it. You think I'd get away with that?
No.
Well, then what's the difference in her getting away with what she did?
Remember in Father of the Bride, he tried to do that with hot dog buns and he got kicked out of the store.
Yes.
So, Ajane wanted to know about our investigations lately.
Yes. Well, she came in a little late, so we can share. They're doing really well. We will be at the Bell Mansion in Fort Wayne, Indiana this weekend doing an event. Every month, we've already filmed 3 episodes for our Entity Explorers. So you have 2 teams. You have a northern team and a southern team of Ohio that's well known, that's been around for a very long time. And we got invited to be the southern team. And so it's just those 2 teams grouped together. We decided on a name. This one. The picture. This one.
We took a vote on the name.
And everybody fell in love with Patty's name because it made good sense. And so now we're filming for YouTube, and we're filming for Amazon Prime. And then this month, we're going to be the 26th. We're going to be at the Pine Lawn Manor in Sumner, Illinois, filming. So yeah, we're busy the rest of this month. We got Bell Mansion this weekend. The following weekend, we have our museum at the Friends Home in Waynesville, Ohio. And then we have Pine Lawn Manor, and then we're going to be back at the Bell Mansion doing another event. And then we're going to be, at the end of August, we're going to be at Indiana State Sanatorium.
I'm really looking forward to that one. I just see and hear a lot about Indiana State Sanatorium with lots of buildings.
Yeah, but there's something that people are saying. There is a bobcat or something.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that if you're in one of those buildings.
One of my Facebook friends, his name is David. I think he lives in the Columbus, Ohio area. He was posting that he was recently there. And I was like, hey, did you encounter wild animals? I'm hearing that's kind of a thing. And he said no, but he encountered bats. And so we all know my feelings on that.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, back to Entity Explorers. We have a chicken here that, what are you, 5'4"?
3.
5'3". And we have a man that is 6'2"-ish. And his name's Carlo with the Haunted Bill Manor. Boom, put him right in the spotlight. We have twins, opposites. Okay, remember Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito and twins? These two. I'm filming Facebook Live as we're checking out the Pine Lawn Manor. Patty is in front of me. Carlo's in the middle, and I'm actually against the wall, down this hallway. Carlo's standing like in the hall, and Patty's like right, the wall in front of me. And he's like, listen to this EVP. No, we were just going over it.
Yeah, we were just listening. Carlo and I were kind of had our heads close together. We're listening to this voice recorder.
And then he moved his arm. And what did you say?
No, he
didn't move his arm.
He didn't. I asked him, hey, did you just wave your arm like this?
And he looked at his face like, why would I do that?
He's like, no. And that second, as I'm looking up at him, because again, he's like a foot taller than me, I'm like, oh God, bat. And I turn around and I haul ass down the hallway.
And I'm like, wait, what? And that's all I got out was, wait, what? Yeah. And then she's already gone. I can't even see her because Carlo's already in front of me. So we're in a section of a hall all the way down to the end of the building where we walked in all the way down on the other end.
Yes.
She's already trucking. Carlo's coming around and he's like, don't forget your stuff. I had trigger objects all down the damn hallway. I had voice recorders on the nurse's stand. I had shit out because I'm trying to capture something.
We abandoned you.
And I'm turning and I'm laughing, and Carlo turns like, it's not funny. And then as he turns and my light from my phone, he said that glare behind, he said, Lee, it was literally over you. And he goes, oh, no. And he was already on Patty's back. And they were like at the door, and I'm dying laughing on my Facebook Live. And I'm like, you guys know I'm doing this live, right? Patty goes, I can't get out. Oh, no.
Well, we locked the door as we came in. So, yeah, it's just the whole thing. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm not afraid of a bobcat. Maybe that makes me very silly, but like, I would rather encounter a bobcat than a bat.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. That's what.
If you're back.
Hey, well, can somebody?
Oh boy.
There we go. Can you guys hear me now?
I think we're good.
Now say what you said about a bobcat.
I said that, call me crazy, but I am not as fearful of an animal like a bobcat or a coyote as I am a bat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is. Maybe because like bats fly and it feels like they just always go straight for your head.
No, you know what I think it is? I think a lot of people, because when we grew up, I was told, watch out for bats and watch out for raccoons because they carry diseases like rabies and things, right?
But I have since learned that bats don't carry rabies. I need to look that up. Someone told me that. I don't know if it's true.
Bobcat's better than a bat. Bob. There's Bob.
See, speaking of Bobs.
Speaking of Bob.
There's one.
I got to ask Crystal Bash.
Yeah. What you talking about,
What you talking about, foo? I think she meant bats.
No, that was, she put that up a little.
Yeah, what did you say, Bash? What was Bash about?
Oh, Gettysburg? We're not going to Gettysburg.
Oh, no. We're not going to go.
Because look at her profile pic. It's her, the frame is the.
Oh, yes. We're not going to be there. I'm sorry. We're busy. It's this month, too.
I wish we could.
Yeah.
You're a couple hours from the top of the bat in Louisville.
The top of the bat?
Yeah, the Louisville Slugger.
This guy. He reminds me of my 7th grade science teacher. The one
he reminds me of a 7th grader.
Hold on. He was always the one before class. Now, this is taken aback because younger people, I don't even think Crystal would probably know. She may. Reader's Digest. Like, okay, all right, I'm going to read you some jokes out of the Reader's Digest. So I was like, so can it? See, that's why I don't mess with them.
Yeah, but you're not afraid. You make fun of me.
Yeah. Yep, she meant the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
Bummer, we're not going to be there.
I told him a joke. I said, can I share a joke? And hopefully it's okay on here because.
I think so.
I said, what did one chip say to the other? And he goes, well, tell me. I said, are you free to lay? He said, free to lay? He said, are you free to take notes after class? And I'm like, well, that didn't work out.
No. You're such a nerd.
I know.
Yes.
That's just who I am.
Right. Okay. So we have Indiana State coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Now, do you remember where we're going to be in August for Entity Explorers? Because that's not right.
I have my calendar handy. Let me take a look.
Yeah, because I need to update it.
I have failed with my calendar because all I have on it is Bell Mansion.
No, we have it. It's in it's in Entity Explorers. If you go to that Facebook page, you would see it. She says, LOL, I've held 1 or 2 Reader's Digest. So you know about those. Because that was the time they had TV Guide. Remember TV Guide?
Oh, yeah.
My favorite thing, the TV Guide, was doing the puzzles inside. Crosswords and the... was that what it was? Crossword puzzle and the TV Guide?
I think so.
Yeah, it was a crossword. And if whoever was on the front that didn't have a mustache, I would draw their face, I would black out their teeth. Who didn't do that, right?
I know. Why was it so much fun to draw on the TV Guide? We're so random today.
Would you like some headphones? Is this a joke?
If it is, I'm not getting it.
I'm not either. Yeah, if it's a serious question, yeah, I'll always put them in the arson if it's a true thing for Estes Man.
I think it is a joke.
He said yes, it's
Oh, wait, didn't I just see that on Facebook and he goes, how did you know my name was Phones? Is that it?
The grandpa. Yes. Would you like some headphones? How did you know my name was Phones?
Leave it to Bob, man.
Leave it to Bob. He's the one that sent me that.
Oh, God.
Hey, you know what, Crystal? I wasn't allowed to touch the TV Guide until they went to the store the next week, and I think the TV Guide came out on a Wednesday or a Thursday. So when my mom would do groceries either Wednesday or Thursday, that's when I got the old one, and I would do all that. But yeah, you're right. that was a do not touch. You don't touch the TV guide unless you really are looking up for something,
Only for serious matters.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because TV is a serious thing.
I know.
And I know how growing up with the big floor model TV with the big VHS on top of it that was just as big as the floor model TV. Mom and Dad's, but those were the fun times, and I would love to go back to those, is when you watched Unsolved Mysteries as a family. You watched like Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, 8 o'clock show, and then you'd go to bed. And those were the easy days because we would go to bed with the doors open and the screen door locked. That's how it was growing up. Summertime. Was this a great... We lived in a time as a Gen X. I don't know. It was the best time, I think.
I think
because
so.
We had the best decades.
Yeah, I mean,
we saw so much come and go. We were here before Google. We were here before the internet. That's scary. It's scary. Hey!
what's up, guys?
What's up, Cody and Satori? How are you guys? We still need to do something with them, too.
I know. And I saw something on Satori's story. I think I saw it last night, maybe today, about how she will forever love to find the little notes that Cody leaves for her. And that's something that we do. And I keep them all, too.
Yeah, and you know what? I keep all of my stuff right here in my filing cabinet of everything Patty gives me.
Because a lot of times when I travel and, like, before I leave for the week, I'll take a bunch of little Post-its and write random things and just post, like, kind of hide them around.
She doesn't understand what it really does to me. So when she leaves to travel to go, she'll put a Post-it, like, in the mirror in the bathroom. She'll leave one in my office here because I work from home. She'll leave one on my monitor. She'll leave one downstairs. And that breaks my heart because she's gone for a week.
They're not designed to break your heart.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. So.
But yes, these guys here, I love them to death. Taps family all the time.
And everyone is begging us to bring them back on the show.
Oh, yes. Hold on. So Cody and Satori, we've got a lot of people asking for you guys to come back.
Yes.
So I will text you, Cody, and get some dates. See when you guys are good.
Yeah.
And see what Roger says.
No, we are not.
No.
There's plenty of availability, we think.
You can come that night and just pay them at the door because all the proceeds go to them.
Right. I've not been to the lockup. You have, right?
Yes. That place is really active as well. So we'll probably do both.
Now, am I confused? Is the lockup the one that's the event venue now?
Yeah, that's the big one where Mark and
okay. All right.
Oh, Dave?
Don't know.
I can't remember his name. You're right.
I know.
And my sister's younger too, so she's probably your age. She was like, my dad would say, "Hey, while you're changing the TV, why don't you grab me a beer out of the refrigerator?"
Well, and we had like the antenna up on top of the house, and so there was this machine that ran the antenna.
Mm-hmm. Because our doors were never locked one night. Yeah.
Nope.
And then Cody and Story says, "Notes are the best. People need to write with a pen more rather than text."
Yes.
Absolutely. Agreed. I always have a pen when I'm sitting at my desk. I always writing. I love to write, and because people are forgetting how to. That's the sad thing. Mm-hmm. So we need to get you guys back on the show, for sure, my friends. Because people are like, when are you going to have Cody and Story? I missed it, and I got to watch the repeat, and I was like, we'll make sure that we have them back on, because I made them that really cool intro, and they were like, we're going to need to do that all the time. And then we got to hang out with them at when they were at Mansfield for the Paris Icon.
Yep, got my book signed. Thank you
And
again.
you know what, guys? We definitely need to get together. If we even have to go out east to come to you guys for a weekend, let's do an investigation. That sounds fun. Or you guys can come this way.
Yeah, I mean, the one event that I always want to go to, and I believe it conflicts with our Aruba trip, is the New Jersey.
Paranormal, Paracon, or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's
NJP.
the beginning of November, and like Chip Coffee was always there. I'm not sure if he's there this year. I love Chip, so. But do you know what I'm talking about? It was like this little box, and you just twisted it. My mom would say, like, I think it had the like north, south, east, west on.
And then also too, you got to remember on those old TVs we had UHF and VHF. We had two knobs. So when you would do like UHF or no VHF would be your channel 7, right? So it wouldn't come in all the way. So that other one you'd have to tweak it and then move the rabbit ears. And I was with Roger. I had to move the rabbit ears. And then I think my dad put balls of aluminum foil on the ends because you know how the little tips are on the antennas? He put real bigger aluminum balls on there, and it worked awesome until we got cable.
Well, my lab tech down in Georgia has a boom box in the lab, and it sits by the window, and he's got the antenna pointed right at the window with a big thing of foil right on it. And all that comes in is country.
Country.
Yep.
And this lady does not like country music.
No, sir.
But she does.
There are a few songs.
So we went this past weekend. You know, we had a great holiday weekend, and I hope you all did as well. Crystal said yes.
Yes, thank you. Yep.
She knows the one you had. Don't turn the knobs too fast or you'll break them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my dad, you break the TV, we're not going to have one. And my stepdad wouldn't. If that would have broke, he'd been right out to, at that time we had Hills Department Store. We had J.C. Penney, which was one of the big ones where they sold that stuff at that time. It was like electronics and everything, right? Did they still do that?
I didn't grow up around here.
I don't know.
I only remember JCPenney like for clothing. I know, and you're balanced on one leg and stuff.
Yeah, don't move, Crystal. I'm trying to watch this MTV video.
Go back. Yep.
Also, speaking of MTV, when we were kids, you remember when we would stay up late at night on Fridays and Saturdays to watch MTV?
Oh, yeah.
And some of those videos, because we had a big antenna outside in the garage. We literally had to go out in the rain to move the stupid thing. He remembered. Does that hurt when you talk about it?
I really didn't know that you would have to. I thought all antennas up on the house or the garage had that electronics or whatever.
Those were those rich people, weren't they?
We were not rich.
Justin, how are you guys?
What's up?
The SOP's in. Yeah, so we didn't have that. But we didn't have antenna too long because I think back then we had Ameritech. That's the one I remember that had cable.
Yeah, I remember cable coming.
Yeah. And the first cable box we had was on a cord, and it was a big, nasty looking orange. I don't even know, like a brown colored box with these buttons.
Yeah.
So you would push, like, if you wanted 23, I remember MTV was 23, you'd hold down the 2 and 3 at the same time.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Ours only had a few buttons, and the remote was pretty small. Like, it was smaller than my phone.
Yes, Hills Department Store. That's the one I was talking. We had that right out here in Middletown. Yes, we had Hills. I can still see, Crystal, I can still see the red lettering, Hills, how the H was, and the ILLS was in. What was it in? Cursive writing. That kids today, if that sign was up today, kids would not understand it.
I don't. Duchess is agreeing.
You're working at the moment? Well, stay safe, man. Stay safe.
Heck yeah. Hopefully, I don't know where on 71 that accident was. Hopefully you guys didn't have to go out there.
There was an accident on 71. We have an antenna tower at my house, but we live a bit. Yeah, you do. But you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we just kind of enjoyed the holiday week.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we decided to not have a show last week, and then we're back. And hey, Leah, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Tell your Justin, her husband is a firefighter. Mike Rivers,
yep.
He's a firefighter as well. So we have a bunch of firefighter friends.
And that's L&M Paranormal.
L&M Paranormal.
Yep.
And Leah said something here. Let's see. I taught my kids cursive because the school. Yes, the school does. Yep. I think they're bringing it back, though, aren't they? I heard they're bringing it back.
I thought so. Now, our son learned cursive. But he went to Catholic school, so I don't know if that made a difference.
Savannah did not.
Savannah did not, and she kind of just does sort of. I think she kind of loops her letters together.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a speed thing, though.
Because let me tell you why. Patty was in. I think it was. We were going somewhere, and I said, "I'll write her a note because she can read my writing, right?" Because Patty writes little micro small.
I do.
And so I was like, I will write the letter and tell her we'll be back. Because she was driving at the time. So I wrote her a note and I put it on the island in the kitchen. Well, she calls Patty. I don't know what this says. And I'm like,
calm down.
You need a pen?
No.
And I'm like, oh, it just said, I forget what it said.
I don't know, like have a good weekend. We bought whatever.
No, this was when she was still in high school.
Oh, I don't know.
We were just gone for a while, and I told her we would be back. And there's something that we had in the refrigerator for dinner for her. That's when she was driving out there.
Oh.
And she called us and said, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
She didn't understand.
There's a demo. It's not going to work.
There it is.
That's my handwriting.
Can you read that, guy? That stuff's like something they wrote on the Declaration of Independence.
Very small.
Back in PA where I grew up, we had Hills and Kmart. Yes, and I forgot the blue light special. Thanks, Roger. See, Roger, what part of PA was you from? Because Crystal lives in PA. I learned cursive and cursing as a child.
Was that Bob?
That's Bob. How did you know was Bob?
Because I'm psychic.
And then Leah says, "Oh, I totally had a kid to do this. I left chores on the whiteboard in cursive and got a phone." Right? It's like, what do you? They're standing there looking at like a deer in the headlights. I don't understand this.
Yeah.
Who wrote this?
Benjamin Franklin.
She said, "Hey, Patty, that is nice handwriting."
Thank you.
And then she put LOL to Bob. But you know what? I remember in was it third grade that I was taught cursive writing because I was a year ahead. Because I was in this thing called GATE, which there was only a few of us, a friend Joyce, Curtis, and 3 other people that was in my class. And now I don't know what happened, but was
GATE supposed to be like the smart kids?
Smart kids.
I don't know what happened either.
I know.
For those of you who missed the beginning.
And you've heard all the stories when I was young, from even Curtis and Mr. Sheffy, one of my teachers. I remember him saying, "Patty, he was a smart kid, but I don't know what happened."
Listen, this is Ohio.
But
you're
I remember
smart.
writing in cursive at that age. Okay, Bob said Roger said southwestern, south of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So Crystal, I don't know if that's near you. She said one of them had a restaurant with the best cherry Coke. Ooh. With actual cherries. Yes, well, that was Hill's department. And let me tell you something else. Target. Remember when Target came out? Yep. When Target came out, when you walked in, what did you smell?
I don't know when Target came out. I never had Target till I came to Ohio.
It was popcorn.
Oh.
And they had grilled cheese sandwiches. And you could get a grilled cheese. And that's the first time I've ever saw a pickle laying on top of my grilled cheese. And I'm like, The lady, then I looked and she pointed at the picture. I'll never forget this little lady with the hairnet. And I was probably like 12. And I'm like, why? Why would you put a pickle on my grilled cheese?
Like a pickle spear? Or like a chip?
Like a chip.
Well, Heights does that.
I know, but now I didn't know that at the time because Mom never did that and I never saw that anywhere. But Target, I'm looking like, I don't know about that. Because then, you know what's in my head? There's pickle juice now on my grilled cheese. But that's how people eat it.
Speaking of pickle juice, and listen, I really apologize. We know this is all things creepy, and we are talking about anything but.
Yeah, we're talking everything because we're having people chat, and that's the most I've had to deal with the chat. Because tonight there's no guests, so we're catching up with our friends. Yeah, we have not seen our friends in forever.
But listen.
Yes, see, popcorn.
Speaking of pickle juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, was it yesterday? Lee comes home. No, it was Sunday. No. Lee comes home from his mother's house and he's like, what are we having for dinner? How about that tuna salad? So I'm like, okay, guess I'm making tuna salad now.
And I said, oh, by the way, you made deviled eggs. I'm going to put a deviled egg in there. Have you guys put deviled egg in your tuna?
Hard-boiled.
Hard-boiled
is something else.
I'm sorry. Hard-boiled eggs.
So I made tuna salad, which is simply...
Right, Leah? I thought was creepy.
It's creepy.
And we can talk about that here on All Things Creepy. That was creepy.
So I make the tuna salad with I use the solid white albacore because that's my preference. Chopped up some onion, chopped up some celery, mayonnaise. That's it. That's my tuna salad done.
Okay, Crystal said she puts a hard-boiled egg in hers.
Okay, well, this guy shows up. He wants to put hard-boiled egg in.
And then I added another thing.
And then he wanted to add pickle juice.
Okay, so hold on, because here's why I wanted to add pickle juice. I wanted to use relish because I grew up with my mom putting hard-boiled eggs with the lettuce, the mayonnaise, the tuna, and relish. So I was like, we have no relish. I'll just take the pickle juice and put a little bit in and stir enough because it's thick enough. This one, no, you have to do that on your own.
I wanted to chop up pickles because I feel like...
I didn't eat. And you know what? I didn't eat that grilled cheese. My mom did. I just ate the popcorn.
But I feel like adding pickle juice to the tuna made it too gooey. And I'm very much a texture person.
See, let's see what she said. I made egg salad with green olives, and you know what? It was delicious. Yeah, I would eat that.
I've never had egg salad.
They sell it at Tots.
Yeah, but it kind of creeps me out. I do love olives, though.
And has anyone ever put like pickle relish in their tuna salad? If you guys even make tuna salad,
I have, and I love it.
It's the same thing. Pickle juice is the same thing.
Juice is too watery.
It
became tuna soup.
I didn't put that much in there.
He dumped it right on his sandwich.
Hold on. I'm Leah. I got something I want to talk to Leah about. Hard-boiled eggs and relish goes in my tuna. Yes, salad and chicken salad. See? Boom. Oh, Leah said something. Oh, I put pickle juice in my potato salad and tuna salad and egg salad.
Too watery.
No.
Relish, yes.
This one don't know she don't know what she's missing. And she's looking at me like I am a creeper. Like,
well, then I get home from work yesterday thinking, ooh, we have some tuna left.
No, I told you I was going to eat that today for lunch.
But he ruined it because
because she said, did you add anything to it? And I was like, yeah, I put another egg in there and I put some
pickle juice.
And I said, it's not bad. There's still some. And you know what? There was enough for a sandwich. She didn't touch it.
I don't want it. It's too moist.
Oh, don't say that word. Guys, you guys don't know this, but I hate that word moist.
All that extra juice.
Hi, Irene.
Moist.
She just came in laughing. So Leah, I saw a while back. Now, this is something that's popular and hot going on right now that people are doing. And I saw her and her daughter doing this. And she's going to know what I'm talking about. Pickled everything, a lot of pickled stuff.
Carrots and things.
Carrots. Did you see her video?
I remember seeing them doing pickled carrots.
Yeah, they were at the counter in their kitchen doing pickled carrots.
Yep.
See? She's my sister. I hate that word. You know what it's like to me, and I tell people this when I hear that word is like somebody. You might as well just take fingernails down a chalkboard. Ew. I hate that word.
That's what happens to the tuna salad when you put pickled juice in it.
So
Too
what?
Moist.
Oh God, that just gives me heebie-jeebies. I just want to say it's soft. So when people say, Lee, how's that cake? Because my family gets me all the time. They think I'm going to say that word. I'm like, it's soft. But no, I have seen some other pickled stuff, pickled okra.
I was supposed to try that last time I was in Georgia.
Pickled okra?
Yeah, but Eddie forgot to bring it.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah. I did try a pickled beet. I've never eaten any beets at all, ever.
Okay.
So I don't know what it's supposed to taste like.
Bob and Roger may know this. You remember pickled eggs? They're pink. They was always at the bar.
So what exactly does it just make everything salty?
It makes, and it turns color because they put a coloring in it, the pickled whatever it is.
But as I recall, Leah's, everything was still very crunchy. So even though it's submerged in this liquid.
Now see, I would do that.
I would try that.
Yeah. And Leah's, so we should all get together and have some pickled stuff. Pickled eggs.
Okay, yeah.
Have you had pickled corn? That is really good.
That sounds terrible.
No, it's good. Pickled corn is good. See, that's what it is. She makes it.
Yes, I know.
Send me some if I pay you. Will you send me some of your stuff? I want to try it.
I want to try a pickled carrot. I like carrots,
and
like I said.
Okay, so think of this. You guys, you know now they've got that new brand called, I think it's called Snap or Snap, where it's like cut up celery or carrots or the green beans.
It's like a little snack bag.
Yeah.
Little snack bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roger goes, I love pickled beets, and we always pickled the eggs in the same bowl. Yep, absolutely.
That's why they turn pink.
Like red beet eggs. I don't know. I don't eat beets. So you have to talk to these two.
Yeah.
Roger, do you know if it's like red beet eggs?
Pickled mini corn.
Ooh, yes, those are good. You can buy those. They look like little tiny mini corn on the cob.
Do you get that in like Asian food?
Sort of.
The little tiny corn on the cob?
Is that the one you're talking about, or are you talking about the little kernels? Let's see what Bob says here. Pickles and moonshine.
Yes, it does.
No, it makes that pickle taste nasty. It tastes like, let me tell you what it tastes like. That tastes like somebody just put kerosene. Yes, the snap snow peas. Yes, the snow peas. That's what I was trying to think. Yes.
Any peas are gross.
No. See, Leah? She thinks peas are gross.
I would not eat pickled corn.
See, she can eat pickled beets. Let's see what Irene says. Peter Piper fished a bag of pickled peppers. Is that how this goes? Now he has so many more showing. Yes, he does. Because now everybody wants pickled everything.
Yep.
Because think about this. 5 years ago, everything was sour, right? Everything was trending was sour. Everybody wanted sour stuff. Mm-hmm. Now everybody wants pickled stuff. Yeah, yep, that's the ones that you can get in like, what's the name of that little place that Savannah took us? BB Bop?
Oh, yeah, BB Bop.
Yeah. They have those little, and you can get with kale and all that other stuff. Yes, snap, they are amazing too. The peas are the best, and the green. Yes, and you know what? Every time I get guys,
and those are just the things that you and Leah
and Crystal. No, every time I go into Todd's here, our little convenience store to grab those, all I can choose from is the pickles or the freaking carrots, and I want the others, but everybody loves them, and plus it's summer.
I enjoy pickles and carrots.
Leah says, I hate pickles and moonshine. Me too. I don't know. You might as well give me a martini and put an olive in it.
Ooh.
Yes, red beet eggs. The red soaks in the hard boiled. Yeah, that's what they serve at a bar. And just like, have you guys ever had pickled bologna?
That's nasty.
It's good stuff. If my daughter stops eating all my pickle stuff, I'll send you some. I hope. Tell her she's got to try chocolate. Because I'll send you. Here's the deal. If you don't mind your kid eating like outdated chocolate, Patty, let me tell you, I'm not kidding you. Patty's got a problem.
I do have them. I admit it.
She does. Like last year's Christmas, she probably still has the Reese cups. Valentine's, she probably still has the Reese cup.
I know there's a Kit Kat
Easter
in the drawer.
Yeah, Easter, but she don't eat it. She said it's comforting.
It makes me feel good to know that I have chocolate handy.
She said she won't mind at all eating chocolate for me to eat some pickle. Yes, tell her I would love her if she would just let me have some pickle. Try it. I'll give her Patty's chocolate. You guys have had me laughing so much.
I know. Well, Lee got himself in trouble the other day because
What'd I do?
Well, we went to the drive-in last weekend.
Oh, that was so fun, guys. Have you guys been to is there a drive-in near you guys? We have one here that's like really the oldies. It's got the old concession stand. It is so cool.
Yes. So we went to the drive-in and along with our nachos and pretzels, we had to have candy. So I got a bag of M&Ms, which I ate like 10 of. And
half off the chocolate all the time. Oh, we're coming. We're on our way.
So anyway, I have this bag of M&Ms downstairs in the kitchen. Well, Lee walks by the other day and decides he's going to help himself. And I'm like,
Yeah, now what kind of person is this?
Those are not for
you. Hold up. If you guys, okay, let me say where this is. We have these candy dishes, okay? And right now we have our stars because it's 4th of July. It's a small one, red, white, and blue. They get big.
Got them at Kohl's like a billion years ago.
She set them in there, the bag. Now, if that's in there, wouldn't you think that that's okay for someone else to eat one? But
here's the thing. He won't just eat one. He'll eat them all till they're gone. And when I want some, there won't be any. And
when she wants, okay, it was July 4th, 2025. When she wants some July 4th, 2028.
They'll still be good. They will still be good.
You think? Because this one, let me tell you a story, okay?
What?
We were talking about we like sandwich. We like to buy the whole loaf of bread for our Italian stuff, right? Our daughter came up to do laundry and was like, "Oh, we just had sandwiches. Just go ahead and make you a sandwich." Well, she goes in there and she cuts her some bread and she goes, "You guys, this mayonnaise is expired."
By like a week.
No, it was longer than that. It was a couple months.
No, I swear, I think it was a week. And I still talked her into eating it because I had just eaten it and I was okay. See? Thank you, Leah. Yes.
Oh my God. She said if it was sitting there for 2 years, she said, "That's mine. You touch it, I'm breaking those fingers that touches it."
That is exactly how I feel.
God, it's just the women. Good Lord.
I told them I was going to have to hide them now.
So she was like, "No, I'm not eating that." So then she decided, Patty goes, we're still here. So then I
just ate it.
So then she's eating it and I'm over there going.
We do have new mayonnaise now.
Yeah, we have new mayonnaise.
I know.
Yes, decorative chocolate.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Hey, do you remember, speaking of olden days, do you remember the soaps that your mom or your grandma or your aunt had in
like the little seashells?
Little seashells, the fish. I tried to eat one of those once.
Why doesn't that surprise me? You're like, oh, candy. I'll eat this.
I thought it was candy because my Aunt Shirley had candy everywhere you went. I mean, she loved Elvis. Okay. So her colors were like blue and white. So she would have like the blue and white peppermints. They have the green. I don't see the blue anymore. She used to get them. And
it probably was.
I think it was Avon soap. It probably was. Because I thought, well, hell, she's got candy in here as you're on the shitter. So I grabbed one. Oh, my God.
What an idiot. And remember, 10 minutes ago, he said he was in the smart class.
I was until
Until you started eating soap.
You know what? I remembered. I fell out of a tree in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Because you know why? I got up there to help that one-armed Pollock to get out of a tree.
Oh my God.
Did you guys miss us for real?
Please help me. Send help immediately.
Look at it, 9:02. We said we were only going to be here for a few minutes.
Yeah.
We just, because all of our friends are on here. That's why.
So what did Roger just say?
Oh, Roger said something. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I see it now. Let me see.
No, Lee would then be breaking teeth. And the deal is, once he starts losing teeth, he's out.
Yes. Remember those fancy. So here, okay. Speaking of this, so the fancy towel. Okay, as guys, we wash our hands. You're looking around in this bathroom for a freaking towel. But then you see these towels that got little doilies on them. It's like the way they're layered, they're fancy. Her brother's bathroom's that way. And if you did not know that the hand towels and the shower towels are underneath a drawer underneath the faucet, you would be like, I'm not touching that beautiful shit. I'm using my fucking pants.
No.
You would be doing it.
Just to clarify, he doesn't have doilies. He just has a number of
the way
colorful,
his
decorative,
and their polo.
Yeah.
What's
He
it
likes
with?
nice things.
The jelly candles with seashells. Yes, that's the ones.
I always poked my head. I know.
Didn't you just like want to see what they would do? Because I think of this. Remember that? I think I made a post several months ago. Remember the chewing gum that had that gel in it?
Oh yeah,
that
like
green,
freshen up.
Freshen up. Ooh, I love that. And then we had
We had Dr. Pepper gum.
we had Lucky Stripes. Lucky Stripes, right?
Fruit stripes.
Fruit Stripes. That I saw a meme the other day, a big truck of it, and he said, "Yep, there's enough there to last you for 28 minutes."
That's the truth.
Yeah, the flavor, because that stuff was terrible. I would rather, at that time, I think I told friends, I would rather eat that old piece of hard candy that was in my baseball cards when I opened them up before I would eat that damn Fruit Stripes.
That cardboard gum that came with
Oh, it was hard
cards.
as a rock. You go, pow!
Yeah.
It still had like the powder on there. Guys, it's been fun. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Oh, hold on. Let's see what Alyssa says. The jelly balls baths.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, those are the ones. Maybe we should bring all that stuff back, guys. The cool stuff.
I feel like we were happier back then.
We were very happy. And you know what? We had lead paint. We had asbestos.
That might have something to do with it.
That is probably what messed me up.
Yeah.
But think about it. We grew up in cribs with lead paint on them. What did we teed on? Mom would come in. That was a real wooden bed.
Yeah, but then at the same time, she'd come in and give you like whiskey. Oh, your gums hurt?
No, she
Here,
would.
try this.
You know, when I was teething as a kid, my mom would give me Little King beer.
That's right.
We're still surviving, right? We're still here. We're tough as nails.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, I remember those. Remember the Pop Rocks too?
Oh, yeah.
And what did they say about Pop Rocks? Don't
drink soda with
Don't
it.
drink soda at the same time like Coke or RC Cola or
I just thought it was any.
oh, there was another one that
Jolt.
No. Tang. Was that what it
That's not
was?
soda?
No, what was that one? That pink label? Tab. It was pink, right?
Yeah.
What was Tab? Did
Diet.
anyone ever
diet
drink
soda.
Tab? Like, hey, while you're in the kitchen, would you mind getting me a glass of Tab?
Oh man. I'm trying to drink my water over here.
I'm gonna say thanks for the last.
Thank you, Chris.
We love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in, guys. We're going to get out of here as well. We had a great time, guys. Tune in next Tuesday as we have Perceived Paranormal, Dave and Alyssa on.
Back to the regular programming.
So you guys can see, you guys get to see the hosts tonight just in our norm. This is how we are off the camera at home, just having a good time. But you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Let's see what Roger says real fast. my dad would shake the beer flat so there was no bubbles and
Oh,
put it in my bottle to shut me up.
damn.
What kind of beer was it? Stroh's? Because that sounds like my parents. My mom would just put Little Kings in my bottle. And that was it. Then I remember she said when I was teething a lot, she would put like a little bit of Jack Daniels on my gums. People get in trouble these days, right?
Right.
Well, guys, have a wonderful week. If you guys are around Fort Wayne, Bell Mansion this weekend, would love to see you guys. And if not, stay creepy, and we'll see you all next Tuesday with our friends. And again, thanks, guys.
Later.